Hi, this is Mr. Hewland, and we're going to work on the Aleks concept of graphing in slope-intercept form when we have a fractional slope. So you already know that we are in the form of y equals mx plus b, where the m represents the slope and the b represents the y-intercept. So let's start off with -4, my y-intercept, and get that y-intercept on the graph down to -1, 2, 3, 4, -4 on the y-axis. Got that taken care of. So now I know my slope, which is rise over run, is 3/2. So that means from my y-intercept, I rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and I run 2, +2, 1, 2. Up 3, over 2. Up 3, over 2. And you see the line, but I'm going to add one thing to that. What if I was crazy? What if I said 3 over 2, but I did it by -3 divided by -2 over -2? Well, believe it or not, that's the same as that. And let me show you why that is. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, and that's a +3/2. If you don't like thinking about that, think about this. Continue this pattern that we were doing, but go the other way. You'd have to go -3, -2, -3, -2. And you see that we're falling on the same pattern that we did before. Let's do one more example. I'm going to graph it on the same coordinate grid, but now I'm going to use y equals -1/2 x plus 4. All right, so now my y-intercept is +4, but my slope is a negative slope. So because my slope is negative, I know my line needs to be going downward or downhill as I travel from left to right. So if my slope is rise over run, remember that that negative can go in the numerator or that negative can go in the denominator. So let's say I put the negative sign with the numerator. From my y-intercept, I would go -1 over 2, -1 over 2, -1, +2. If I decided to put the negative with the denominator, my rise would be +1 and my run would be -2, +1, -2, +1, -2. And that pattern gives me that line. Notice that negative slope line heading downhill as I travel to the right. Positive slope line traveling uphill as I travel to the right. Hope you enjoyed this.